Ready, ready, ready.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
First try, no warm-up.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
First try, no warm-up.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
First try, no warm-up.
Yeah, I might just go ahead and say,
First try, no warm-up.
Hey guys, welcome to week 5 of the season. Everybody scored over 100 this week.
Yeah, good job. High five, everybody. High five.
Yeah, everybody doing a good job. The last time that happened was all the way back week 3 of 2019.
All I can say is I hope that this year ends the same way 2019 did.
You already have a lot more losses than you did that year, though. So
I'm getting them out of the way early.
That's true. You don't want to build up the hope of the undefeated season.
to lose it again.
I just lost in week 1 to get out of the way.
Just dump all your points down too.
Yeah,
That explains why it was so low.
that's definitely the reason. All right, well, let's get into last week's matchup. Like we already said, everyone scored over 100. Great job, everyone. So first matchup, Garrett versus Alex. Garrett takes that 107 to 100. Then me and Colt, 123 to 102. I take that victory. Chris versus Miller. Miller takes that 135 to 114. Then we had the Elder Showdown, Bo versus Jacob. Jacob takes that one 108 to 102. And then we had the Game of the Week, Chase versus Aaron. Aaron takes that 146 to 125.
Big old game of the week right there. We were saying last year they were great. This year looking bad, and now top 3 scores from both of them. So
Yep. And once again, Chase has a pretty good week and loses to Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron does not pull any punches versus Chase.
Not one.
I don't know why.
It's got to be tough to be one of the top 3 scorers and to lose.
yeah, especially after the couple of weeks he had, that not how you wanted to follow that up.
But on a different note, let's talk about Miller's team. Miller took down Chris,
Yeah.
the reigning boogeyman of the league, losing to Miller.
Also, Miller had never beat Chris ever.
That's
When he
right.
does that.
I think he wants to thank TJ Hawkinson for that performance by Mir. Oh my God, he showed up last week. Chris is over here sitting there like, I had the top 2 tight ends. And Mir's like, no, you don't, bitch, it down.
For the first time this year, Colt and Alex breaking 100, both to lose and go 0-2. So didn't work at all. Good job getting 100 though, guys. All right, so after that week, the standings, me and Jacob and Alex don't move. Kevin, the third elder, jumping up. Miller moves up 1. Aaron up 2. Chris falls down 3. That's last year's champion again. And Chase right below him. Then we got Garrett jumping, Colt falling to 9th. Still a lot of movement.
Yep. And a lot of these teams are still a half game out. We're all still right there. So, I mean, we're still going to keep shuffling as the weeks go on.
It is great to see all 3 of us in the top right there. I
nice.
love it.
And I got to say, Mir looks real good in that top 4.
Yeah.
He does. It fits him nicely. I don't know if we've ever seen him in the top 4. It's also crazy to see that last year's championship teams are 6 and 7.
End of last year, they were fighting for that championship. Right now, they're fighting for that last spot in the playoffs.
Everybody's literally beating each other. I think Miller's thrown everybody off. Garrett is 3-1 head to head. Speaking of which, we have almost a full circle of a train of people beaten. If we go, Garrett beat Kevin, who beat Jacob, who beat me, who beat Miller, who beat Chase, who beat Chris, who beat Colt. So that's almost everybody in the league that Garrett's at the top of. Only 2 teams missing are Aaron and Alex, which Garrett won against both of them. So is Garrett the best team in the league?
So, yeah. I mean, he absolutely destroyed me week 1.
That's true. Yeah, well, but then Jacob, you did beat Garrett, so.
Does that mean I'm the number 1 team in the league?
No.
Oh yeah, because Kevin beat Jacob, and then I beat Kevin actually,
Yeah.
so maybe I am. But Jacob beat me.
what is happening?
Actually, Chris might still be the number 1 team, and here's why. If we take a look at the median, a lot of people have some feelings about the median. Some people don't like it, some people like it. But using Chris as an example, he's currently 6th. Regular head-to-head, he would actually be 8th. So it moves him up too, so that could be powerful until you look at if we played everyone every single week. Chris would be in first place. And the median only pulls him up 2 spots. So it's not as overpowered as people think. It just helps him out a little bit, even though technically, I guess you could say he's the best team.
But Chase did also beat Chris.
That's true. He did get his revenge. So maybe Chase is the best team.
Oh, but hold up. Mir beat Chase.
Miller's best team in the league.
All right.
But then Colt beat Miller, and then Chris actually beat Colt, and Aaron beat Chris, Colt, and Chase. But then Garrett beat Aaron, and Jacob, you beat Garrett. But no, Kevin, you beat Jacob. I beat you.
I don't know who's the best in this league, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think it's too early to tell, guys.
I think so. I just know that Alex is on the hunt.
He's waiting for us to figure out who's the top, and then he's coming in for the kill.
Yeah, he doesn't want to waste his efforts just beating anybody.
It's kind of like that, you go to a new prison and you find the biggest guy. Well, he doesn't know who the biggest guy is right now, so he's just waiting. He's just sitting there right there, and he's just right in the jugular.
All right.
All right, everyone, time for the fun part of this week. This week's matchups. We're going to start off with Kevin versus Alex. Kevin's got the record of 6v1 against him. So this is Kev's most wins against any opponent in the league. So Kevin, I think you might have this one, but Alex is getting desperate for that first win. So
I want to say I've already dealt with one natural disaster so far this month. I think that's enough.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think I should get a pass from the Alex Apocalypse.
He is getting warmed up with that 100-point game, though. So
That's true. Yeah, he's definitely trending in the wrong direction for me.
So he's in the warmer waters. It's building
Yeah,
up the storm a
exactly.
little bit.
He's
It's
sitting in the
building.
Gulf right now. He's down by Cuba.
it's just a tropical storm right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, our next matchup is going to be a good one. We got Aaron, number 5, versus Mir, number 4. They're right there. This is a big game for positioning. Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I mean,
Jinx buy me a coat. Oh snap, man, we're still saying the same thing. This is amazing.
There is the fact that Aaron is 2-1 versus Mir, so their head-to-head's pretty similar. Obviously, this is the first time with Mir's new team, aka Josh Allen.
if you look at this year, Miller's averaging about 115 to Aaron's 110, so still pretty close, and that's including Aaron's 2 very not good weeks.
This next matchup, I feel like is falling right into this time of year. Halloween's creeping up, and well, I think Colt might have some nightmares from this one. So it is Colt versus Chase, and I'm not sure if you guys remember what happened last time these two played. Chase dropped 207 on Colt.
That was an all-time ass whooping that he got last year. Like, he got shit on in, like, the most literal sense. Good luck out there, Colt.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
Maybe Chase can finally have his team score well and get the win.
Loses the Colt.
That's
you
not a
don't
good
lose,
look.
Colt.
No. All right, next matchup. We got Bo versus Garrett. Bo's undefeated against Garrett in his 2 matchups. So, are you gonna continue that?
I don't know. Garrett has shown that he's really good head-to-head this year, and I don't know. I'm scared.
Should be. My team only scored 77 against him.
Yeah, he's got a good
That's,
defense.
Hall of Fame defense out there. And that brings us to our game of the week. We've got the 2-time champ Chris versus the perennial number 2 in the league, Jacob. It's a 2020 champ rematch game. It's the revenge game versus the liar. Jacob's got the 3-2 all-time record versus Chris. 119 to 106 is their average score. Chris's lowest points for versus an opponent. Maybe Jacob's throwing out that Hall of Fame defense against Chris.
You know what? I'm starting to get over it, but it still bothers me that he lied to me. I'm disappointed still. It's like whatever now, but he's got the 2 championships. You know how much I just love having the number 2 involved in me. So if I can beat a 2-time champion,
That's true.
that'd be great. That'd be great.
I mean, because of that lie, he is the reason you haven't been second place every single year. You would have been second place 4 years in a row, which he claimed to really care about.
He did. He said that's what we needed most. He said, I don't care about another championship. We needed that most.
And that was in his hands.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see. The champion from last year, number 6, versus number 2.
Hey, Chris having a tough year so far. Tough couple weeks.
I mean, he sent the warning week 2, and then I don't know if there was anything behind that threat. 'Cause he hasn't done anything since.
Or maybe it's just recharging, and it's.
I hope not.
Jacob, I'm just saying, Jacob might be setting himself up for a couple runs here. He's got Chris. He's got Chase coming up in a couple weeks. I don't know.
That's
Jacob
true.
Jacob might be getting a couple 200s dropped on him, if you know what I mean.
He does like the number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, guys. I have a question for you. Have you ever been driving your green car and got a little scratch on it? Well, don't worry. I have the product for you. Green Sharpie. If you ever get a scratch on your car that is green, take this green Sharpie and just, get rid of that green scratch.
Does this only work with green cars?
Well, if
Can
it's a
you buy
green
a
Sharpie,
different? Like, can you buy a different color Sharpie, or is it like a green Sharpie thing only?
I've never thought of that. I could see it, like if you had a blue car or a blue
I have a
Sharpie.
blue car.
Get yourself a blue Sharpie and let me know how that goes.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right, well, that's all we have for you for week 5. Maybe this week we'll clear up who is the best team in the league. Since everybody's beating everybody, maybe Alex comes in and
Next week.
he does play Chris next week. Maybe Alex comes in with a 200-point game.
There we go.
That would be a beautiful story. That'd bring a tear to my eye.
But not this week, Alex. Next week.
Next week. Next
He's
week,
gonna
Alex.
score 200 against me.
First try, no warm up. First try, no warm up.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
I'm not gonna do that.